Hello everyone, we hope you're all doing well, and welcome to Historic Adventures. Today, we're taking you on a journey to Grosmont Castle, so we hope you enjoy today's journey. Grosmont Castle, situated in Grosmont, Monmouthshire, Wales, is a castle in ruins today. It was built by the Normans after the invasion of England in 1066, aimed at securing the route from Wales to Hereford. Likely overseen by William Fitz-Osbern, the Earl of Hereford, the original design featured earthworks and timber defences. In 1135, during a significant Welsh uprising, King Stephen strategically linked Grosmont Castle with Skenfrith and White Castle, forming the Three Castles Lordship. This alliance played a crucial role in defending the area against Welsh attacks across many centuries. In 1201, King John granted Grosmont Castle to Hubert de Burgh, a powerful royal official. Over the following decades, ownership of the castle changed hands multiple times, moving between Hubert de Burgh, the rival de Braose family, and the Crown. Hubert initiated the castle's transformation into stone, starting with a new hall and later adding a curtain wall, gatehouse, and towers when he regained control in 1219. In 1233, rebel forces led by Richard Marshall attacked a royal army camped outside the castle. Edmund, the Earl of Lancaster, took ownership in 1267, and Grosmont Castle remained under the control of the earldom, and later the Duchy of Lancaster until 1825. After Edward I's conquest of Wales in 1282, Grosmont Castle lost much of its military importance. However, it faced a siege in 1405 during the Glyndwr Rising. By the 16th century, the castle had fallen into disrepair and abandonment. After William Fitz-Osbern's son, Roger de Breteuil, rebelled against the crown in 1075, the Earl's landholdings in the area gradually dispersed. By the early 12th century, Grosmont came under the ownership of Anglo-Norman nobleman Payne Fitzjohn. The year 1135 saw a significant Welsh uprising, prompting King Stephen to reorganise the landholdings in this part of the Marches. Grosmont Castle, along with its companion fortresses Skenfrith and White Castle, returned to Crown control to establish the lordship called the Three Castles. The conflicts with the Welsh persisted, and after a time of relative peace during Henry II's reign in the 1160s, tensions flared again in the 1170s. The Marcher families of de Braose and de Mortimer clashed with their Welsh adversaries, leading to a Welsh assault on nearby Abergavenny Castle in 1182. In response, Grosmont Castle was prepared for a potential Welsh attack by the Crown. Over the following 3 years, £15 was allocated for castle improvements, likely focusing on enhancing the timber defences, overseen by Ralph of Grosmont, a royal official. In 1201, King John bestowed the title of the Three Castles upon Hubert de Burgh. Hubert, initially a minor landowner, rose in status to become King John's household chamberlain during John's time as a prince, and later gained significant influence as a royal official under King John's reign. Hubert embarked on improving his new castles, beginning with Grosmont, where he reconstructed the hall block using stone. However, Hubert's fortunes took a turn in 1205 when he was captured while fighting the French. During his captivity, King John reclaimed the castles and handed them to William de Braose, Hubert's rival. King John's relationship with William de Braose soured, leading to William's loss of lands in 1207. However, William's son, also named William, seized the castles during the chaos of the First Barons' War. After regaining his freedom, Hubert de Burgh rose to prominence, assuming the role of royal justiciar and later being granted the title Earl of Kent. In 1219, during Henry III's reign, Hubert reclaimed control of the three castles. He continued his renovations at Grosmont, converting timber walls into sturdy stone defences and enhancing them with 3 mural towers and a gatehouse, providing secure and prestigious living quarters. However, Hubert's influence waned in 1232, leading to the loss of the castles, which were entrusted to Walleran Teutonicus, a royal aide. In response to the rebellion led by Richard Marshal, the Earl of Pembroke, and Welsh allies, King Henry marched into Wales in 1233. The king's army camped near Grosmont Castle that November, only to be ambushed by Richard Marshal during the night. Although the castle remained unconquered, the surprise attack threw the king's forces into disarray, forcing them to retreat. Hubert de Burgh reconciled with the king in 1234, regaining control of the castles, only to face another falling out with King Henry III in 1239. This led to the recapture of Grosmont, placing it once again under Walleran's command. Walleran continued Hubert's projects, including the construction of a new chapel at the castle. In 1254, Grosmont Castle and its companion fortresses were granted to Edward, King Henry's eldest son and later king. Despite the ongoing Welsh threat, a significant event occurred in 1262 when Prince Llewellyn ap Gruffydd attacked Abergavenny. In response, Grosmont Castle, under the leadership of its constable Gilbert Talbot, was ordered to be fully garrisoned at every man's expense and effort. Fortunately, the threat passed without any confrontation. In 1267, Edmund, the Earl of Lancaster and leader of the royal forces in Wales, was granted control of the three castles, which remained under the earldom and later the Duchy of Lancaster for many generations. King Edward, the first conquest of Wales in 1282, diminished Gromont's military importance. However, during the reign of either Henry of Lancaster or his son Henry of Grosmont in the early 14th century, significant renovations were made to the castle's interior, creating a set of luxurious apartments. Additionally, a deer park was maintained around the castle grounds. Historian Jeremy Knight describes Grosmont Castle during this period as a small yet exceptionally comfortable residence. The castle's final military engagement came during Owain Glyndwr's revolt at the beginning of the 15th century. In 1404, a clash occurred between Welsh forces and Richard Beauchamp, the 13th Earl of Warwick, near Grosmont, resulting in an English victory. The following year, Owain's son, Gruffydd, besieged the castle, but it was relieved by English reinforcements dispatched by Prince Henry. By 1538, Grosmont Castle had fallen into disrepair, eventually leading to its ruin. A survey from 1563 mentioned the collapse of its bridge, with the interior in decay due to the removal or deterioration of building materials. A description from 1613 characterised it as ruinous and decayed. In 1825, ownership of the three castles' estates transferred to Henry Somerset, the 6th Duke of Beaufort. By 1902, Henry Somerset, the 9th Duke, had sold Grosmont Castle to Sir Joseph Bradney, a soldier and local historian. Records presented to the Royal Commission on Ancient Monuments in Wales and Monmouthshire in 1909 praised the exceptional care given to Grosmont Castle. In 1922, Francis Lucas Scudamore placed the castle under state protection, leading to conservation efforts that included clearing debris from the North Block's basement. Today, Grosmont Castle is overseen by the Welsh heritage organisation Cadwa and holds Grade 1 listed status under UK law for its historical significance. Within the outer ward, a rectangular storehouse or stable once stood, serving the castle's logistical needs. Yet, it is the inner ward that truly speaks of strength and function, a stone fortress complete with a formidable gatehouse, flanked by two circular mural towers that stand sentinel against the ages. Here, within the confines of the walls, a hall and north accommodation block housed the castle's inhabitants, sheltered by a protective ditch. In earlier times, the outer stone walls would have hosted timber buildings, offering quarters for the castle's bustling staff. Now, only faint remnants remind us of their existence, whispering tales of bygone days within the sturdy embrace of Grosmont Castle. The legacy of Grosmont Castle is intertwined with the ebb and flow of power throughout England's tumultuous history. Gifted by King John to the influential Hubert de Burgh in 1201, the castle became a prize contested fiercely among royal favourites, rival families, and the crown itself in the ensuing decades. Hubert de Burgh's vision reshaped the castle's fate, transforming it from a wooden stronghold to a formidable stone fortress. With each change of ownership, Grosmont Castle saw new enhancements. A sturdy curtain wall, an imposing gatehouse, and defensive mural towers that proclaimed its strength to all who beheld it. The castle's halls echoed with the clash of arms and the whispers of political intrigue. In 1233, its walls witnessed a clash of wills as rebel forces under Richard Marshall clashed with a royal army encamped nearby. Ownership shifted once more, finding stability under the rule of Edmund, Earl of Lancaster, and later passing into the stewardship of the mighty Duchy of Lancaster, a guardianship that endured for centuries until the dawn of a new era in 1825. The winds of change swept over Grosmont Castle as Edward the Conquest of Wales in 1282 altered its role in history. Once a bastion of military might, the castle's significance waned, though it would not fade quietly into obscurity. The tumultuous Glyndwr Rising of 1405 brought echoes of conflict back to Gromont's walls as it weathered a siege, a testament to its enduring presence in a changing world. However, as the centuries marched on, the castle succumbed to the relentless embrace of time and neglect. By the 16th century, Grosmont Castle lay abandoned and in ruins, its silent stones bearing witness to a bygone era of power and struggle, a poignant reminder of the ever-shifting tides of history. We thank you for joining us on this captivating journey to Grosmont Castle. We hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below, and show your support by giving us a thumbs up and please consider subscribing for more fascinating content. Stay connected with us on social media. You can find all the links in the description. Until next time, keep exploring.